Hello students, my name is Dr. Sandeep Walia and today we are going to discuss about the module People, Linkage with Tourism. In this module, we are going to learn and discuss about the concept of linkage in tourism, and after completing this module, we shall be able to understand about this concept of linkages in the tourism. We shall also be able to understand about the concept of interdependence in tourism and hospitality or in the service sector. Then we will be able to discuss and learn about the relationship among the different stakeholders in tourism and hospitality. As we know that tourism business represents a complex value chain designed to meet the needs of customers or consumers with an ever-changing variety of lifestyle needs which translate into tourist market segments. Three traditional: sea, sun and sun, ecotourism, adventure tourism, health and wellness, heritage sports and more. This presents a variety of opportunities for supplying inputs to tourism entities catering to the visitor experience, accommodations, restaurants, attractions and other services by farmers and food processors, manufacturers, craft persons, creative industries, distributors and other services which are related to tourism and hospitality. We have seen that during the past, all businesses have become highly competitive in the recent years. And the travel industry is no more exception. In such the context, such competition has compelled the travel agencies and tour operators to seek ways of becoming more efficient and profitable in this direction. Since the tourism product is not an independent product, rather it is a combination of individual tourism components like airline seats, hotel rooms, transportation, accommodation, cultural, value, beliefs and various others. Essentially, travel industry is linked to hospitality, transportation, culture and entertainment organizations. Such linkages are vital for the tourism industry to serve the diverse needs and demands of the tourists. Below are the linkages in tourism and their impact on the travel industry. From all the linkages: accommodation, transportation, travel agency, tour operators, entertainment organizations, they have occupied the pivotal role in tourism industry, and other are in supportive roles but are not that much important. In a way, they are creating demand for travel, lodging, food, shopping, entertainment and other tourism resources. Accommodation includes all types of lodging, even camping and caravanning, and all types of food and beverages services. Transportation encompasses airline, rail, road and sea. Shopping includes any forms of retail purchase such as souvenirs, arts and crafts, clothing and others. Banking and insurance companies offer financial and insurance services to the tourists or to the visitors. Tourism associations offer an opportunity to solve tourism industry problems and follow tourism business ethics. Tourism and hospitality educational institutions provide supply right kind and quality human resource to operate and manage travel industry in a better professional manner. Linkages play an important role in the travel industry because the various constituents of tourism contribute in one way or the other and in varying degree in providing a total tourism product experience to the visitors or to the tourists. The main benefits of linkages in tourism are development of touristic infrastructure, promotion of destinations attractions, economies of scale, reduced cost, lower price, identity and develop untapped tourist potential, conservation and protection of heritages, our heritage buildings, our culture, our beliefs, improved negotiation power, socio-economic development, promotion of sectoral destinations and tourism organizations. The tourism industry is a multifaceted industry, not only in terms of its components but also in terms of its activities. Its components includes hotels, resorts, airlines, road transport, cruises, travel agents, tour operators, tourism boards, tourism bureaus, etc. Its activities involve sightseeing, pilgrimage, health visits, adventure travel, and now a very important activity, MICE, that is meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions. The inbuilt linkages in tourism industry are as follows. The first is the accommodation industry. Then comes the transportation industry. Third one is the travel agencies and the tour operators. Then comes the fourth, that is the tourism organizations and the associations. Then Ministry of Tourism as the fifth one. Ground operators as sixth. Shopping complexes, shops and emporiums. Then comes insurance companies. Then F&B organizations, outlets and restaurants. Ministry of External Affairs, entertainment organizations, tourism and hospitality management, educational institutions to provide skilled manpower to this industry. Banking companies, banks, postal and telecommunications department and cruise industry liners. These are the following linkages, ensuring that the tourism infrastructure supply chain is seamless will require not just creating a consistent and informative process that generates tourist interest, but also a back to front infrastructure linkage that delivers the better experience also. Indian tourism opportunities must be viewed through a wider lens of tourism that not only caters to traditional hospitality but also builds on the niche opportunities available in this sector. Medical tourism is an area that has seen significant growth in the past years, particularly in the last 2 decades, and with the infrastructure ecosystem providing support with grow further in this direction. The tourism industry going further offers significant opportunities to India to generate more jobs, more increase in GDP and investment opportunities. Further building on the available opportunities through a well-planned and holistic approach is urgently required in this arena. Let us now discuss about the concept of linkage. Concepts of physical, cognitive and economic linkages have become widely accepted and applied in many fields, including cognitive psychology, planning, architectural design and marketing. Use of corridors has been implemented in wildlife management, park design, community development and transportation systems. The various segments which form the tourism industry, complete in all the respects, are known as the components of the tourism industry or tourism interface. They are the fundamental attractions of tourism. Truly saying, tourism cannot operate on its own as it is environmentally dependent and relies on other sectors of the economy such as agriculture, industry and transportation to exist, to happen. There is the need to create a linkage. Lack of an overall integrated policy has limited the contribution of tourism growth to the country's socio-economic developments. Pleasing weather is one such component. That means fine weather with warm sunshine is one of the most important attractions to any tourist place. Particularly, good weather plays an important role in making a holiday experience more pleasant or more unpleasant. Tourists from different countries with extremes of weathers visit sea beaches in search of fine weather and sunshine. Due to this, many spas and resorts along the sea coast come into existence. In Europe, countries like Italy, Spain and Greece have developed beautiful beach resorts. There are many such resorts along the coast of Mediterranean Sea. India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Indonesia, Australia, Philippines and some other countries have beautiful sea beaches with fine weather and are the best examples where weather has played a prominent role in attracting the tourists. In some countries, hill station resorts have been developed to cater the needs of the tourist. The best example for this is Shimla, Manali, Uttarakhand. Then comes the scenic attractions. No doubt, scenic attractions are very important factors for tourism and hospitality industry. Scenery consisting of mountains, lakes, waterfalls, valley, glaciers, forests, deserts is strong force to attract people to visit them. Thousands and thousands of tourists are attracted by the northern slopes of the Alps in Switzerland and Austria and the southern slopes in Italy and also Himalayan mountain slopes of the India and the Nepal. Then the third such component is the historical and cultural factors. Students, historical and cultural interest exercised tremendous influence over travelers. Large number of tourists are attracted every year by the great drawing power of Stratford on Avon in England because of its association with Shakespeare. Or the city of Agra in India because of its famous, Taj Mahal. Large number of Americans and Canadians visit London because of its historical and cultural attractions. So also the world famous caves of Ajanta and Ellora in India are visited by tourists because of its architecture and planning or painting. Then the accessibility, the fourth component. Accessibility is another factor, I must say important factor of tourism. In the last few years, accessible tourism has become a precedence for both public and private enterprises in different countries through laws protecting to the right to accessibility for people with the disabilities. There should be accessibility for each and every location of tourist attractions. If their locations are inaccessible by the normal means of transportation, it would be of little importance. Because when people are not able to accessible those locations, they are of no use. Accessible tourism allows people with access limitations in hearing, mobility, vision and cognitive dimensions to function self-sufficiently and with fairness and dignity by delivering universally designed tourism services, products and environments. All kinds of transport facilities are to be made available for such locations. The distance factor also plays an important role in determining a tourist choice of a destination. Longer distance cost much more to the shorter distances. The fifth such linkage or the component are the amenities. Facilities are very essential for any tourist center. They are considered necessary aids to the tourist center. Amenities include access to several basic facilities and services that help the tourists and visitors to feel comfortable and secure in their own destination. Amenities are also referred as the pleasantries of the place, and they play an important role in determining the visitor experience or the tourist experience and include things like public restrooms, signage, roads, sidewalks, connectivity, emergency services, postal facilities, safety, drinking water or Wi-Fi. For a seaside resort, facilities like swimming, boating, yachting, surf riding, surfing and other facilities like deeming recreations and amusements are an important feature. There are two types of amenities. First is natural and man-made. Beaches, sea bathing, fishing, climbing, trekking, viewing, etc. are come under the former category. Various types of entertainment and facilities which cater for the special needs of the tourist come under the latter category. Then the sixth linkage or the component is accommodation. Accommodation refers to the group of rooms of a building or a building which someone may live or stay and is important to any tourist who want to travel to another destination or on a trip, as you are always going to need a place to stay, such as hotels, campsites, caravans, motels. The need and necessity of accommodation can't be ignored in tourist destinations. Accommodations plays a vital role in this field. Many changes have taken place in accommodation recently. Over the decades, new types of accommodations, particularly holiday villages, apartments, housing, camping sites, caravan sites and tourist cottages, etc. have become very much popular nowadays. Usually a large number of tourists visit to a particular spot simply because there is a first-class hotel with excellent facilities. Today, Switzerland, Holland, Austria and the Netherlands have gained reputation for good cuisine, comfort and cleanliness. Then comes the next, which is the seventh one, which is safety and security. Safety and security are vital to providing quality in tourism. Safety and security are necessary for providing quality in tourism. Moreover, more than any other economic activity, the accomplishment or failure of a tourism destination rests on being able to provide a safe and secure environment for the visitors or the tourist. It examines planning considerations at the national and local levels. Case studies for the principal tourism sectors and ideas for information browsers are also presented to enhance the safety and security. More than any other economic activity, the success or failure of a tourism destination depends on being able to provide a safe and a secure environment for its visitors and tourists. Other factors besides the above factors, hospitality is one such factor among the variety of factors. It is the duty of the host country to be very much hospitable towards the tourist or towards the visitors. For this, French and Indian governments have done a lot in these directions, in these areas. A series of short films on various themes like being courteous, cleanliness, and welcoming a visitor or a tourist were prepared and exhibited through a wide network cinema theaters all over the countries. Slogans like welcome a visitor, send back a friend were displayed at various important exits and entry points like railway stations, airports, and seaports. Following the above methods, many other countries launched Be Nice campaigns. That means be nice to the tourist, be nice to the visitors. It means that the tourist must be treated as friends, best friends and relatives as the known ones. One of the best way to enhance economic benefits to the local community and to increase the contribution to poverty reduction, it is to increase the extent of linkages between the formal tourism sectors, that are the hotels, the lodges, the motels, the restaurants, tour operators and transport providers, and to the local economy, local population, local community. Increased integration can develop strong linkages between tourism and other economic sectors, including agriculture, fisheries, manufacturing, construction, crafts, and productions. The creation of local linkages needs to be a part of the overall tourism development strategy in the planning, construction, and operational phases, and in the execution phase also. There are three key sets of factors which are important in enhancing the extent of local linkages. The creation of employment at all skill levels are particularly where there is existing capacity. New attractions created through anti-poverty tourism development strategies need to be integrated into the tour programs of the ground handlers and inbound tour operators. Creating manually or mutually beneficial linkages between the formal and informal sectors is very much critical. Local government needs to ensure that micro enterprises and emerging entrepreneurs are promoted in local tourism marketing initiatives where they are often neglected. The requirements of new micro enterprises for credit, marketing skills, and a thorough understanding of tourist expectations need to be met. Micro enterprises may have particular difficulties in meeting health and safety, licensing, and other regulatory requirements. Such as regulations themselves need to be crafted to encourage inclusions through assisted education and training programs to ensure engagement by the poor in the industry. The making of effective partnership-based linkages often requires a catalyst and a sustained effort. The LED process is well placed to provide both. In general, when new leases or concessions are granted, private sector companies should be asked to make the development of such linkages as a part of their bid. In the South African Responsible Tourism Guidelines, a whole range of practical strategies for developing local economy linkages are identified and have been executed. This picture represents the hub and spoke model of linkages in tourism. Let us now discuss about the need of effectiveness in the linkages of tourism industry. Dear students, the above discussed linkages form the basis of effectiveness in tourism industry and vice versa. During recent past, all business is becoming competing and tourism is no exception to this regard. Competition leads to necessity of perfection. Clientele is much more aware than past. Increased in the graph of disposal income and thus increased to the number of tourists. Then to need to develop tourism in the sustainable manner and to work in this direction. The linkages in the travel industry of the constituents of the tourism industry are dependent on each other not only in terms of their businesses but also in relation to determining their marketing strategies. All the services provided by the linkages have a direct impact on the product of the tour operator. Let us now discuss about the significance or the importance of linkages in the travel and tourism sector. All the linkages of tourism industry are not equally important, but they vary according to their role and their operation. Some of the linkages, such as the transportation industry, the accommodation industry, the ground operators, ground handlers, tour operators, travel agents, etc., are the important aspects and must be kept on the first level in the management process in travel and tourism. The relationships between tourism, manufacturing and tourism services facilitate process innovation and product innovation because this relationship will provide skills and technology to the sector. There are examples of initiatives that strengthen linkages between tourism and other sectors. The government of Jamaica, to quote for such an example, is embarking on a major initiative to strengthen the linkages in their travel and tourism sector. This initiative, organized under the Linkage Hub project, which includes facilitation of consultations and meetings representatives of tourism industry, for example hoteliers and suppliers from the farming, agribusiness and manufacturing sectors, and the development of strategies to improve market information and distribution systems. Many international hotel chains located in the island are also encouraged to use local products. Even before the development of this program, many large and small enterprises in the accommodation sector were already involved in such arrangements in which local farmers and the community members, they are the providers, for the supply inputs for food and beverage, entertainment, furnishings and general hotel operations. The objective is to further strengthen linkages and thus increase the economic impact of tourism. Dear students, let us summarize what all we have learnt and discussed in this module. As priority policy, the Ministry of Tourism has targeted the development and strengthening of sustainable linkages between the tourism sector and other productive sectors of the economy such as agriculture, manufacturing and entertainment, to which it is closely linked. The Tourism Linkages Network, which was approved by Cabinet decision and established in the year June 2013 to fulfill the Ministry's mandate to create and sustain linkages throughout the productive industries. The network is funded by the Ministry of Tourism through their Tourism Enhancement Fund program. The primary objective of the Tourism Linkages Network is to increase the consumption of goods and services that can be competitively sourced locally. It also aims to create employment while generating and retaining the country's foreign exchange earnings potential. The network also aims to support, facilitate and monitor the development of efficient marketing and distribution systems for local products and services which are required by tourism entities. It is also focused in increased market awareness and intelligence of the targeted sectors through research and the analysis. It also focuses to facilitate and monitor the development of more effective and efficient information and communication systems to support relationship building and trade between local suppliers of goods and services and tourism entities. The focus must also be on the harness and harmonize existing mechanisms and initiatives being undertaken by business associations, ministries and local agencies in an effort to improve the business environment for buyers and for the suppliers. It is also focused to contribute and provide support to the development of viable economic and fiscal policies across industries and sectors to strengthen and facilitate the linkages. It also discussed and focused on creating opportunities for deeper facilitation of linkages between the entertainment and the tourism and hospitality sectors. It is also focused upon facilitating opportunities for better networking, information sharing and communication across the sectors or the various verticals across the sectors. In order to support the procurement of local inputs and to maintain sustainable linkages between tourism and other domestic sectors, the demand, supply and marketing and intermediary related factors as well as government policies have to be taken into account and into consideration. A frequent problem in increasing Intersectoral linkages is often the mismatch between supply and demand and the lack of intermediary support structures that enable buyers and suppliers to come together. A key issue in the lack of communication between sectors and consequently the lack of awareness of needs and objectives that often make it impossible to cooperate. Frequently highlighted problems are inadequate quality, reliability, and volume of produce, exacerbated by poor transport, shortage, and communication facilities. Finally, it is recommended that community stakeholders be actively engaged in community planning and development to incorporate appropriate tourism elements and linkages consistent with community needs and preferences. With these words, I would like to sum up this module. Thank you very much.